Jared, thanks for coming on, dude. Sorry I'm late.
All
Appreciate
good,
you
man.
being here.
No.
We're doing the swap, dude, the Yankee swap. So I'm going to come on your show tomorrow.
I know. I think like we could just swap our entire being because like we're the same tint.
Yeah.
Same color.
That's great.
Like, yeah.
If you were slightly taller.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Just
right.
2 more inches.
That's right, dude. Goes a long ways.
It does.
Anyways, hey, thanks for coming on. We're going to start the show with our first segment, Out of the Box.
Okay.
Because, dude, your name's coming up all the time. We obviously have some overlapping customers. What you guys are doing, I feel like, is pretty disruptive. Taking down, the big dog, NetSuite.
That's right.
That's fantastic. So we're going to start with the first one. Share Luminous's story. Give me the background. Give me the beat boy. Free my soul.
I'll sum this up. So my background's in supply chain and e-commerce. Long story short, I was CEO of a $15 million a year omni-channel modern e-commerce company. And all that means is I was running a business where we had a warehouse, we sold on Shopify, Amazon, we did light manufacturing in-house, and we did some wholesale.
What was the company called?
That was called Qualtry.
Okay.
So that mix right there, which is most modern e-commerce businesses nowadays, come to find out, there's not a good system for it out there. When you stack all of those attributes, like you do in-house fulfillment, you do some wholesale, you do Amazon, Shopify, and you do light manufacturing, dude, it's done. So I went through the ringer. So I tried to onboard a bunch of like our down market competitors who are like cheaper self-onboarding. None of them worked. So like every operator in e-commerce can relate to this right here. It's the NetSuite fallacy. So because none of this worked and because my operations are a mess, I guess I need NetSuite. Like I guess I need to onboard this big clunky ERP, and it's not the case. So yeah.
So did you try to do that at Qualtry then? You tried to go down the NetSuite route, and you're like, hey, this is not it.
So I demoed NetSuite, and we got a quote.
And that was enough.
Dude, it's like, I think they quoted us like $200K implementation fee, like $5K monthly contract. We definitely couldn't afford it. So that's what let me start Luminous. It was like, I felt and I saw the gap. Like nobody is solving this.
That seems crazy to me that no one else is doing that.
There's a reason for it though.
Yeah.
The gap between, so every e-com company uses QuickBooks until they use NetSuite. And like that gap right there, like going from like a freaking Corolla to a Ferrari, that gap, it's because all e-commerce companies, they use fractional bookkeepers until one day they hire a CFO and the CFO is like, we need NetSuite.
Falls into that same fallacy, right?
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why there's such a big gap. Also, another reason, back in like the 2010s, VCs were just flinging around money to e-com companies. So it created like really bloated tech stacks, NetSuite included. Yeah. Because NetSuite's value offering is technically, we can do anything if you pay us enough money. So
that's great.
So like from the C-suite or like the founder's perspective for e-com companies, they're like, oh, we'll never need to get anything else. Like, perfect, let's do it. We raised $1 million from this VC, great. Bloated tech stack, bloated 300K COO, and 5 years later, now the dust is settling and like,
people are like, oh,
e-com isn't a good route for venture money. And like most e-com companies are like really, they're settling in like that mid-market range between like 5 and 150 million. And so I feel like Luminous, we're actually kind of right place, right time, because market sentiment is shifting right now. Like it's opening up to something other than NetSuite.
So how are you guys capturing some of that? So if this shift is happening, how are you guys kind of like getting as many eyes on what you guys are doing and the solution that you're providing?
So a big part of our go-to-market, when I started Luminous, when I demoed all of our competitors, dude, everybody spoke robot. It was like 3-letter acronyms that nobody understood. Like, do you want our WMS, OMS, IMS, TMS, WTF? Like, what is it? nobody understood what was going on, and there was no person. Like there was the account manager that you could talk to, but it's just this
But they don't
foreign
understand
black
how it's
hole.
Yeah, 100%.
And as an e-commerce operator, like I don't understand all of that. So with our go-to-market, I was always big on content, similar to what you're doing, like a podcast, like a face behind the brand. So Luminous we're building a brand behind an ERP, which nobody else has done. There's no brand behind NetSuite, Dynamics 365.
Yeah.
So we want to be the relatable people, and we want to speak the language of e-commerce operators.
Speak the language of your customer. Yeah, that's exactly right. Because these people that are buying are not, I would, just because we're on the technology side, right? It's a different world, right? When you're on the technology side, you speak tech talk, right? Like, that's just what it is. And we sound ridiculous doing it, but it's like, I've only known the technology side, right? Like, and we go down the route of like when I was in school, I studied marketing as my undergrad, and then I went down the path of going to like data analytics and data science and things like that at the University of Utah. And it's like, you get to the point where it's like, that's all you know, and you can talk through that proficiently, but it's like, these people are like the types of people that go off and start their own companies. These are people that are savvy, right?
Yeah.
They're roll your sleeves up. These are people that can do many different things. So you're not going to get like super technical down one avenue. These people are, individuals that can do a lot of things well, right? So you just need to give them the information they need to make a decision. And it sounds like you guys are doing that really well.
Yeah. We embed content and like people into every step, like our top of funnel, and there's humor injected. Because if you hop on a call with NetSuite or a big ERP, it's like the stereotypical, like 60-year-old white dude in a freaking suit.
Yeah.
He's talking down to you like, let me explain to you how operations work and why NetSuite is the best.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're totally not that. It's just, we get you guys. We'll speak your language. And we understand all the boring stuff that you're running into.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. So how did you become the CEO of Qualtry? Like I feel like, understanding where Luminous comes from is great, but how did you jump to that position at the time that you did?
So before I went to Qualtry, I started a sourcing division at madeinchina.com. They're an Alibaba competitor. And so that sourcing division, I grew that from 0 to 10 million in 2 years. And part of that growth, Qualtry was one of my customers. So I would help them source products. So like they sourced a bunch of like cutting boards and throw pillow covers and then they would personalize it. So they were just one of my customers. So when I left Made in China, I left with the intention of like, I want to do something. Like I want to build a software. I didn't know what I wanted to build at that time, but I knew it was something to do with e-commerce operations.
Yeah.
So I went to Qualtry with the proposition of like, hey guys, I saved you a shit ton of money on, just as like a service provider. Let me come on full time. I'll save you tons of money as a full-time employee. I'll cut the costs on all the sourcing. So they brought me on as director of supply chain. And I also told them like, oh, by the way, I'm building this new system called Luminous. You guys will be my first beta client. You can have it for free. So fast forward like a year later when we had a beta product with Luminous, and I'd gotten to know the CEO and the board of directors at Qualtry. The CEO left Qualtry, and when it was time to pick a new CEO, the board of directors picked me, like out of the blue. It was crazy because I was like I think I was 27 at the time, 28, and it was like around $20 million company with like 100 employees in the warehouse. So like I was shocked.
It's not out of the blue though.
Yeah. What I told them though, I was like, look, I'll do this, but just letting you know, like Luminous is my number one.
Yeah.
Like, so as long as you guys are cool with that, like I'm gonna keep building out Luminous. And they were okay with it. And so I kept going until when I fundraised for Luminous, that was when I was like, I resigned and I was like, hey guys, you need to find somebody else.
So who do they choose at that point? Is it just someone else from Qualtry, or they go outside of?
No, so there was, oh my God, the cap table of Qualtry was such a mess. I don't know how much I can reveal here, but there's so much drama. Like there was a senior lender, a mezz lender, there was a board of directors, there was a PE firm that bought Qualtry and had leveraged all of it. There was fighting between the original founders. So when I left, it was just like,
You just took the pin out of the grenade and threw it in the middle and walked out.
yeah, so what ended up happening, the old founders, through a crazy turn of events, like got the company back.
That's crazy.
It was insane.
That's wild.
But yeah,
Fantastic.
that's exactly what happened. Just
She's like, all right, see you guys. We'll see you later. Okay, if Luminous was a dessert, what would that be and why? From the years, the year or so building it while you were at Qualtry versus now.
Oh.
Maybe you can have two separate desserts, right? So when you were at Qualtry in the early days and then post-funding.
Okay, so yeah, the early days.
It could be a dessert, or it could be an energy drink that tastes like a dessert.
Early days, it would have been like onion flavored ice cream. So like it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that looks so good. And then you take a bite and you're like, whoa, that still needs some work. Nowadays, I would say like a big banana split.
Yeah.
Like with so much toppings and like.
Some fudge, some nuts on there, a little cherry on top.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many layers to it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Like some tiramisu.
Yeah, there
Or
we
like
go.
an ogre.
Tres leche.
Layers, yeah. It's fantastic. What's the best piece of advice that you've received? Especially as it pertains to starting Luminous, or something that someone said that kind of sparked you to start it. I'm sure you've been asked this.
Listen to all feedback from everybody, but don't listen to any feedback from everybody. So it's like, be open. Like everybody has opinions, and there's so many people out there who think they're just God's gift to business and they just know everything.
Yeah.
Take the feedback, like listen, but filter it and don't actually listen to anybody. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm sure you feel this. Like, as a CEO, you get told like, oh, dude, you should do this. You should do this. And half of it is stupid. But half of it, like, there's some truth in it. And you're like, oh, that's interesting.
You pick out little
mull it
things here
over
and there,
pick it out. Yeah.
That's good advice. I like that. It's it is difficult. I think everyone thinks they can run a business better than you can until it's time to do it. And you're like, well, it's a combination of knowing that gut feeling, right? Having that gut feeling, but also just doing, constantly doing. For me, it's funny, like I almost act before I have time to like fully think about something. I just start getting my hands into whatever it is, whether it's a problem or not. And you typically tend to find that that's the only way to learn. And then you can kind of lean on, whether it's advice or things from other people. It's like you just have to constantly act.
Yeah, dude, I'm an experience-based learner. Technically everybody is, but like, I'd say that's probably like the biggest difference between like me and my siblings and people around me is like, I'm like you, I just dive in.
Yeah.
Like I started,
Why do you think that is? I have my reasoning. What do you think? Why do you think you just dive in and?
I don't know. I don't have a fear of things. Like if something looks cool, then I'm like, how else do you get into like diving to building an ERP? Like such a dumb idea. It's so stupid. Like
it's a big feat. And it's funny because like in this space, I've heard from multiple people, they're like, anytime I tell someone like, hey, I'm based out in Utah, they're like, oh, dude, you got to chat with Jared.
Really?
Yeah. Like I heard that like 4 or 5 times before. I was like, maybe it was like 3 times. I heard it 3 times and I was like, I need to reach out to this dude. Because I heard it from Alicia, from Durai. I heard it from Ian Leslie at Pipe 17. And I think I heard it from one other person. And by the 3rd time, I was like, all right, I just need I'm just going to shoot this guy like a cold DM on LinkedIn and like find him. And now, our teams have gone to lunch together. It's like we're planning on doing a bunch of stuff together. So it's like, it's one of those things. But dude, it is kind of crazy what you're trying to tackle.
Yeah, it is nuts.
And it's awesome. So just keep going, dude. You're inspiring the rest of us for sure.
Oh, thanks.
What other hobbies and interests do you have outside of building Luminous at this point? And then I'll actually ask another question similar to that. What hobbies and interests have you given up to build Luminous?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I don't know if this counts as a hobby, but like, dude, I'm boring. Like, I am such a boring dude. My life is kids. So I have 2 kids, 8 and 4. It's kids, work. It's basically it. Like, so I do have hobbies. Like,
doesn't sound like it.
That's basically it. I love playing with my kids. Like,
it's a blast.
Like, I honestly don't do anything at nighttime other than like watch a movie, work, or just hang out with my kids, play with them. If I had to pick hobbies though, music. So piano. I grew up playing piano, more than just playing. Like I like applied for the piano performance program at BYU.
Did you really?
And I think I was first alternate and got in. But so that has carried on to now. Like I'm rusty now, but I love jamming. Just it's
That's
like
insane.
to get my emotions out. Then MMA too. So like either I lift or I go to an MMA gym.
Yeah. Polar opposites.
Yeah.
Just the piano and beating people up.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Both to get your emotions out.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Yeah, I fall in a similar category now. Just TV show. I like going to the movies. I love seeing movies. I think one week I saw, and I'll go with my wife, I'll go with buddies, whatever. I don't go by myself. I usually can find one person to go with me, whether it's like my dad or mom or someone. But I love going to the movie theaters. I don't know what it is. Growing up, I think one of the reasons why I love doing this is because growing up, dude, it was like I saw like Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, these guys, and I was like, how do you get that job? There's only like 5 or 6 of these TV shows, and these guys stay on there for like until they pass away, dude. Look at like Larry King.
Who's your favorite?
It's funny. I don't think I love John Oliver. I think John Oliver is really funny. I like Stephen Colbert.
I love Conan.
Conan's great.
He is.
Conan O'Brien's great. I actually, it's funny because like my tagline of when people are like, oh, what's the OP show? I'm like, it's like the late night show with Jimmy Fallon, but it's funny. Because I don't think Jimmy, either one of the Jimmys, I'm like, dude, if you're going to have someone on a show like that, you yourself should be entertaining. And like these people that you bring on should be entertaining, right? Like Joe Rogan's great because he's technically a comedian. I don't think he's that funny. I think Shane Gillis is great, right? These guys are super funny. They have podcasts and stuff, but it's similar. It's like I have 2 kids as well and a wife, and it's like when I'm not working, I'm just hanging out with them now. Not too much else going on, but love basketball. I'll play once a week, little church ball.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So that's cool. What are some of the big goals coming up for Luminous? What are some aspirations you guys have?
So,
2025, 2026. I'm talking. Finish out this year, but what's kind of the future look like?
So, we're going to use this next year to prep for our Series A round, and I think on our current trajectory, I think us hitting between 5 and 10 million in ARR it's inevitable, but it's prepping our thesis, our strategy, solidifying it for our Series A round, like with this is how we go from 10 to 100. So solidifying a lot of those strategies and just continuing to execute every single month.
Yeah. Consistency for sure.
Yeah. But we want to get to 10 million in ARR within the next 2.5 years.
It's fantastic. It's huge.
Yep.
Well, good, man. Well, that concludes segment number 1 of Out of the
All
Box.
right.
You ready to jump into segment number 2?
Let's go.
Let's go. Segment number 2. Out of 100. Okay, this is a new one. Okay, so I'm going to read the instructions on the screen here. There's going to be 7 questions, so I'll read the question. This is survey data from 2021. Out of 100 people surveyed, how many do you think answered yes? Closest to the answer wins a point. So here's an example question. 100 millennials. Do you prefer a text over a call? Make the guesses. 77 answered yes.
Okay.
So there you go. Closest to that number wins. Okay. So here you go. 100 people who claim they are funny. Are you a good dancer? How many said yes?
44.
100 people who claim they're a good dancer.
44.
I'm going to say 57.
Oh,
39. Nice. 1 point for J Red. Okay, 100 Americans. Do you like the beach? How many said yes? Oh, this has gotta be
Nude
up there.
beach or like normal beach?
Just normal, I
it's
think.
different.
Yeah, this
Right,
isn't Europe.
right.
This isn't France.
Okay. Oh, dude, this is gonna
Nude
be
beach, 100%?
Yeah,
100 out of 100?
Yep. 85.
I'm going to say 92. 92! Wow, let's go. You scared the
like you
shit out of
cheated.
Nate over here. You all right? You good? All right, cool. 92. Is that worth 2 points?
Yeah, I think
gotta
so.
be, dude.
It has to be.
All right, number 3, 100 people over 40. Do you still get money from your parents? Over 40. Yeah, what do you think?
22.
17. 41.
Ooh, wow. What kind
That's
of
a-
losers?
That's wild.
What a loser.
Okay, next one. You want to read this one?
100 people who have cars. Can you change a flat tire?
Oh,
Did they survey men or women?
This is tough.
Cut that out. Leave it
This
in.
is tough. Leave it in.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say 39. Say 39 said yes.
Dude, I'm just gonna go below 38. I think it's below
57.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, there's no way that's
There's
true.
no way.
There's no way. Oh, okay.
Lies. Okay, 2-2. Okay, 100 comedians surveyed. Did your parents discourage your funny instincts? Ooh. 100 comedians? Is there that many out there?
I would say,
They're multiplying like crazy.
did your parents discourage your funny instincts?
I'm gonna
say
say 69,
Great number.
just to be funny. Let's see. 7.
Yeah, I figured like they had to encourage it. Like otherwise you
Yeah.
get shot down.
But sometimes I think maybe like people are lean into the funny because they have maybe like hard lives, right? They try and like combat some of the. Anyways, 100 U.S. adults. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Dude, this was a thing that we had with one of my old bosses. They chat about this all the time. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
42.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, that was bad.
I'm gonna do 35.
Yeah, I would have gone. Oh,
53.
let's go.
Man, I was gonna go 61. Dang. What is the score? 4-2. Okay. One more. This is the last one. You want to read this one?
Oh, come on.
you're
100
dad?
fathers. Do your kids consume too much media? Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
dude, if you're a dad,
oh,
sure. I'm gonna go 67.
I was 78.
It's high.
Oh.
Oh. Still won. 4-3. I think that's the last one, yeah? Okay. Segment number 3.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What am I? Okay, do you want to read the instructions on this one?
Yes, there will be 9 riddles on the screen, shown one at a time. The first person to guess the correct answer wins a point. Each answer is something you can buy in the store.
Okay, what am I? Number 1, I have a head and a tail, but no legs. What am I? Lettuce.
I have no clue.
Let's see, show it.
A coin?
A penny.
Oh, hey!
Oh,
I said a coin right before he scrolled.
you
I
did?
really did,
Yeah, he got a point.
I swear to God. Roll it back.
Roll it back.
Instant replay.
That's right.
See it.
VAR. Okay, next one, number 2. You want to read this one?
I'm full of holes, but can hold a lot of water.
Sponge.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Can we scroll? A sponge. There we go.
1-1.
1-1. Mano y mano. Okay, number 3. I start with E, end with E, and contain one letter. What am I? I start with E, end with E, and contain one letter. Envelope.
I don't know.
It's an envelope for sure. It's got to be.
Oh.
Because it contains the letter.
Yeah.
Starts with an E.
2-1.
Number 4.
Think of that.
I have keys, but open, no locks, space, but no room, and you can enter, but can't go outside. What am I? I have keys, but
Space, but no room.
I have keys, but open, no locks. I have keys, but open, no locks, space, but no room. This one's tough, dude. I'm gonna say, I don't know, piano.
Oh.
I don't know. If it is. What do you think? Oh, he's teasing us.
I don't know.
Okay, let's roll. A keyboard.
Oh. I think you.
Oh
got
no,
it.
because it's like a computer keyboard
Oh yeah, true.
because it has a space.
Shit, how did I not think of that?
That's tough.
I need to chug another monster. There's something
Yeah,
going
dude,
on.
yeah, something's. Number 5. You want to read this one for us?
What has a ring but no finger?
It's tough. This is a tough game.
A ring but no finger.
A bell.
A doorbell.
It's got to be a doorbell. Telephone.
Telephone. Oh.
Close. Number 6. The more of this there is, the less you see. What am I? The less you see. Darkness. Mud.
I don't know.
The riddles are. Let's see. Darkness. There it is. Last one. Jared brings home.
What has a bottom at the top?
Just stumping us. Ooh.
What has a bottom at the
baseball
top?
bat.
Dude, I have no clue.
Let's see.
I'm worthless.
Legs. Oh, stupid. I hate that.
That is so dumb.
Well, Jared, that concludes.
Oh,
We've got a bonus one. What has one eye but can't see anything at all? Storm.
but you have to be able to buy this at a store, right?
Storm. Oh, you have to buy it at a store, huh?
Wait, was that the?
Is that the thing?
Let's check.
Yeah, let's go back to the top here.
That's the part that's been getting
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Because like
Darkness?
Yeah, darkness and a leg. So I would have gone for something like that, but
See, I totally forgot about that.
Because I'm
part.
literally, what's going through my mind is like a Walmart aisle. It's like, I'm running it through that. What is one eye?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Just running the old friend at the
anything at
grocery
all.
store.
One eye.
Has one eye, but you can't see it all.
No clue.
Let's roll it, dude. Hurricane.
See, how does that
Dude,
make
there's no way.
sense? How does
The
that-
store
you can't
thing
buy
is-
this shit at the store.
Okay, so the storm was there's 9, dude. Wait, there's 10. There's 10 altogether. There's 10.
What has many teeth but can't bite?
What has many teeth but can't bite? Oh, I know this one. I think I've heard this one before. I'm gonna say starts with a Z and ends with an ipper.
A zipper.
It's got to be a zipper. Yeah. Okay, so there's just 9. Jeez, dude, what a random segment, dude. First time for that one. That was
I think
tough.
I flunked that one. That was
That was
not
brutal.
good.
Well, Jared, that concludes segment number 3, dude. That's it for the OP show.
Okay.
What do you have to say to the world, dude? You got 3 cameras on you. What's your message? Boom. Left, middle, right.
Left, middle, right. Follow along. Joinluminous.com.
Sorry, what? Join what?
Joinluminous.com.
I said jointhemoose.com. I was like,
That's my,
is that something else that we need to be?
That's my company. If you're on NetSuite, give us a call.
We'll answer.
Yeah, we'll answer. We'll actually answer. I'm gonna have Tanner on my podcast tomorrow. Actually,
Tomorrow.
Ops Unfiltered. So check that out. And yeah,
Let's go. Thanks for joining. Okay, dude. Appreciate you.
oh, that was weak.
Oh, well, hold on, one more. There it is.